guys, and welcome back to another episode on my channel. Today we are going to be doing a marble abstract short nail. I've chosen to go for a short square, and again just painting on a base coat color, going for white, as I've chosen some nice fresh colors for this design. So just one coat. If you're doing it on your own nails or obviously on a client in a salon, you're going to prep your nail correctly, remove all the shine, and first lay down a base coat, cure. Once that's cured, then you can go ahead and put on your white or whichever color really you like as a base coat. Right, now that that's done, we're going to pop it into the lamp and cure for a full cure. While it's busy curing, I've grabbed just a little palette and I'm going to put down the white, and then I've also got this beautiful like jade greenish turquoisey color. It's got little sparkles in which you can't actually see, but it's nice anyway. So we take a dotting tool and we just mix the colors gently together. Just remember, don't over mix them because we want to go for a marble effect. Right, so once it's cured, paint on what I like to call out my movement layer. I'm using just a thin viscosity base coat. If you have blooming gel, that really works nicely with marble effect. So just a nice thin even movement layer. Using an ombre brush, you just gently swipe from one side of the color to the other, and then gently with a very soft touch lay it down onto the nail. When you watch other videos or quick show tutorials, that always looks like they rush through this and it happens so quickly. But I've found that if you take your time, you can get some really nice marbling effect, and really don't rush it because you want the paint to kind of slip off of the brush and onto the nail. Also remember to wipe off your brush after each application, just so that you don't over flood the nail and get all the colors too mixed up. Right, so now I've just taken a little bit extra of that green jade color and just using a very thin detail brush, I'm just going in every here and there where it kind of looks like it needs a little bit of definition, and just highlighting those areas. Again, use the softest of touches. Really don't want to be painting on or making stripes and lines. You again just trying to coax the color, the gel polish color, off of the brush and onto the nail. And once you're happy with what it looks like, you can go ahead and pop it in the lamp and give it a cure. How cool does that look? I want to tell you, I really love this color. It's one of my favorites. Right, so now we're going to get onto the abstract part. So I just took a lint-free wipe and wiped off the sticky layer. And now I'm going over the top again with a matte top coat. Matte top coat is really cool because if you paint on it, it gives the color or the gel polish something to like grip onto. If you don't have matte top coat, go ahead and paint it with a normal top coat, give it a cure, and then just a buff, and that will then help you to get a good adhesion with your color gel. Pop it into the lamp and give it a full cure. Now onto the fun part. We're going to do some abstract blocks. Now this was a bit of a learning curve for me to find the right brush to give the effect that I want. So I've got this very cute baby pink, which goes great with green, and the first layer was I just took my brush, got it nice and saturated, and then actually quite quickly placed it in its place, and it seemed to work okay. But now with the second layer, it wasn't very opaque. It wasn't keeping a lot of its color. So I just fiddled around and filled it in as best I could. Then I cured it again, and now we're going with this nice orange bright color, which is quite a contrast, but it still comes together. It's lovely. So I chose a different brush. In fact, I took a sable hair brush, one of my gel brushes, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a try, and went slowly, and it really just was so nice. The effect that it gave, and it just flowed onto the nail and into the exact position and style that I wanted it to go. So then I cured it again, and now obviously we're going with our spider gel because I want to do some abstract lines. And as I said before, I am terrible, I shake so much, so I found that spider gel really does help to get very nice straight crisp lines. So here I'm just making a straight line from the bottom of the nail up to the cuticle area. There was a little bit of a bubble, but as I pulled it came, it came right. And I just wanted to extend that just a slight bit, so when there was a bit extra spider gel, I pulled from there instead of taking a whole another string. Then I took, unfortunately now you can't see it, but I took a line from the side of the nail to just over the center and gently back again on the same line. And then I chose to do a third line. There we go. And then I chose to do a third line, making it a little bit shorter this time. Picking up the spider gel, laying it down, slowly working my straight line and taking it back, cleaning it all off. Pretty cool, huh? Then I just took another little bit, and I wanted to make 3 dots, and I didn't have striping gel, or I didn't have striping gel, so I thought I would use the spider gel. Just FYI, not such a great idea. There was little spidery lines everywhere, so I had to be very careful how I was holding my brush and making sure I didn't get too excited about moving away from the nail too quickly. So just so I know for future, don't use your spider gel to make dots. You see, I even took a dotting tool, and I think that just made it worse. Nice big mess, but thankfully. The nice part with gel is it's not set in stone until you put it in the lamp and it gets cured. So if you muck up, which we all do, none of us do it perfectly the first time, so practice. If you do make a mistake or you really fluff it up, you can always take off that layer and start again. Right, and then I was happy and I popped it into the lamp and cured it for a full 30 seconds. So we have to really like bling this up a little bit because it's cool, but it just needed a little bit of something. So I'm going to use some foil, just wiping off the back of the foil with some nail wipe solution. And then taking my foil gel, I just did a few like highlight areas just to give it a little bit of something. Remember, when it comes to foil gel, you don't want to be stingy here. Again, don't overflood everything, but you don't want to be too stingy. It needs that tackiness to really take hold onto the nail. So be gentle with the brushes, but don't try and hold back too much. And then popped it in the lamp to cure, and then took it out, and then just quickly laid down like the tiniest piece of foil and rubbed it onto the nail. You can see the top line was being a bit difficult, which then I realized I was putting on a blank spot of foil. So yeah. And if you like shiny, that's actually pretty cool. The holographic silver with the matte background was actually quite nice. But I thought it wasn't quite right, so I just took again a lint-free wipe with nothing on it, just a dry one, and gently rubbed on the foil parts, which dulled the shine a bit. And then it looked quite cool. It looked like it was a bit in the background. Then I took a top coat, gently and evenly painted it onto the nail and popped it into the lamp to cure for a full minute. I felt that the spider gel was quite bumpy, so I just took my buffing block, gave it a bit of a buff. I'll be honest, I had to do this twice, but it did work at the end. If you have a little bit thicker top coat, you might not need to do it, but my top coat is quite thin, so I had to do that twice, but that's fine. In the end, we all get there. So after I've buffed it, I gave it a bit of a wipe again, just remove all the dust, top coat it one more time, and then into the lamp for its final cure. Just giving that final wipe. And here are the results. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment down below, and push that like button. Also make sure that that notification bell is on so that you don't miss out on any uploads. And until next time, bye!